um, be here today with your community. The cousin thing, you should explain why it's cousin. I like that name. Why you coined that name? So we need to know. So thank you so much for having me here. Um, Welcome everyone. I'm glad that you are here. So before we move on, I know you've some people have said, okay, top skills I need to work on as a VA. That means we have virtual assistants here. Can you please raise up your hand? If you're a virtual assistant here, raise up your hand so that we can know, who we are talking to. And then if we have 9 to 5ers here looking to monetize their skills and then start working remotely, can you also raise up your hand? Good. Okay, do we also have, you would have to actually write it out now if you're in the category. This category I'm going to be saying, like, maybe you are a student, you feel you don't have skills, or you want to learn how to monetize it, so that I'll be able to tailor my message to fit everyone. So you would have to write that out, or you are unsure, maybe you are not sure you have skills, or you even want to monetize. Great, so we have a lot of virtual assistants here. That's great. That's good. 9 to 5 are transitioning to VA. I'm a virtual assistant. Great. Okay. So let me start by introducing myself. I don't know. Some of you might not know me. I know some of my community members are also here. If you are from my community, you can also say hi. So my name is Oluwatoyin David. I'm a virtual assistant, coach, mentor, matchmaker, and the founder of the Virtual Tribe. So about the Virtual Tribe quickly, the Virtual Tribe is a community dedicated to empowering individuals to build successful VA businesses, from the comfort of their homes. So that is what we do. So the community is actually for new virtual assistants, aspiring virtual assistants, existing virtual assistants, and also aspiring remote workers. Anyone looking to work remotely, the community is open to everyone. So that is what we do. And what sets us apart is our support system, and that is why we have a community. The reason why I created the Virtual Tribe community was because I noticed that a lot of virtual assistants are actually struggling to thrive, So a lot of people, we started together as VAs years ago. You can't find them. People are struggling. They can't monetize. So I actually found out that the reason is because they weren't able to monetize. So I always say this. It's one thing to have skills, it's another thing to be able to sell your skills. That is monetization. So that is that English. How do I want to use my skill? How do I want to use my skill? That is monetization. You have skills. How do you use it? How do you sell it? How do you make money with the skill? How do you turn your skill to cash? So that is monetization. So, and that is what I actually focus on. That is the difference in the way I teach, in my courses, in my programs. That is the difference. We don't only teach skills, we also teach you how to make use of your skills, how to monetize it. So that is the difference. That is the difference. And thank God that is what we are focusing on today. So that's what we are focusing on today. So let me just let you know that your skill can make you successful. No matter what the skill is, it can make you successful. And you can even achieve your dreams with just one skill. Just one skill, it's enough for you. I started with just one skill. I started with graphics design. I was designing logos, templates, all the social media templates for business owners. And then I was in a business owner group. I was in a business owner group, and then I just decided, okay, you guys, you need logo. I designed some logos, I put it in a collage, and then I sent it to the group, just a WhatsApp group. And then I told them, okay, this is what I've done. So that is your portfolio. We are still going to get to that. It's part of monetization. You have to be able to show something. You want to sell, show something. So don't just tell me, okay, I'm a graphic designer. How do I know? So it's not only by you telling me that you're a graphic designer, I have to see what you've done. So that is also a vital part of monetization. So I sent them a collage of the logos I've done. And these are mock logos. The only real one is just one out of the one I put together. So I sent it to them and then they love it. And then they said, okay, do it for me. Then I think that was like, let's say 6 years ago or so, or 5 years ago. And then I did the logo for 1,000 naira, 7,000 naira. That was how I just made 7,000 naira. You know how 7,000 naira is then without nothing, just my normal data. I use Canva, it's a free app. So that was how I was able to make 70. And from then I decided that, okay, I will sit in my house and I'll continue to make money because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I can actually do this, not just stay struggle as a stay-at-home mom. This is something I can actually do and then do well and make money with. So that is how I started. So what I'm trying to drive at is that with just one skill, you can be successful. Once you identify that skill, you focus on it, you do all it takes, and that is what we are still going to be looking at. So I think I've seen some people are saying that they don't know this, they don't know that. So let's, part of our topic is how to monetize your skills and become a high-paying virtual assistant. So we need to define who a virtual assistant is so that you get to understand that. So a virtual assistant is a self-employed professional who specializes in offering services to clients from a remote location, usually a home office. So self-employed professional, underline that professional, it is very, very important, who specializes in offering services to clients from a remote location, usually a home office. So a virtual assistant can offer administrative services, creative services, technical services, like the graphic design I use that as an example. Like anything you can actually do, you don't need to be in a physical location. Anything you can do that you don't have to be in the office to do it. You can do it with your smartphone. You can do it with your laptop. So that is where I'm going to coin it and term it digital skills. Something you can do with your laptop, something you can do with your smartphone. You don't need to go to the office to do it. That is what virtual assistants, that is what we do. So whatever skill you can offer as a service, you can do it in the car, you can do it on air, you can do it at the beach, you can do it on your bed. Once you have your smartphone, you have your laptop, and then you have Wi-Fi, you are good to go. So those are virtual assistants. So that is what we do. Now, there are specialties. You have people that will say, okay, I'm an admin assistant, I'm an executive assistant. That depends on what you do. The skill you have, the services you offer, sets you apart. So that's the difference. So when you hear somebody say, okay, I'm a social media virtual assistant, what that means is that that person offers social media services. That's just the difference. As a virtual assistant, the person offers social media services. If somebody says, okay, I'm a marketing virtual assistant, what that means is that that person is a marketer, virtual assistant, but offers marketing services. So based on your skills, you'll be able to determine the role, you are going to occupy. Now, let's talk about the skills you can monetize. I think I've mentioned that I said digital skills. So let me give you some examples like social media management, social media graphic design, content creation, the admin tasks like proofreading, calendar management, email management, content writing, blog writing, graphic design, digital marketing, data analysis. Some people here may be secretaries, maybe you're executive assistants already as a 9-to-5er. You can start doing it remotely since you just need your laptop, you need your smartphone. So anything you do now as a 9 to 5er, that you know that if you don't go to your office, you can still do it at home. You can also do it as a virtual assistant. We have nurses now that are virtual assistants. Yeah, they work remotely in their house as a nurse. You know, we have therapists that are virtual assistants. You know, who do it in their house. Yes, they are there. In fact, I think I saw one online recently. She does, all these acupuncture people that they make you take the stress off you and everything. These people, they have to be with the person they are working with, like they touch your body, they massage you and everything. But this woman isn't touching. She's doing it like an illusion. So you feel like she's touching you. And people are paying dollars. People are paying dollars for it. And people are saying that they are really getting it, that they feel it, they feel her hands on them. What she's using is just a laptop. You saw it too. Yeah, I saw it. So the world is now changing. Everything is changing. You don't need to be in the office to make money. Like, I've been doing this for 6 years now in my house. I'm doing what I actually focus on for virtual assistants is that you have an integrated work-life balance. That means that you can do everything. You can decide to be a wife and still work. Once you have your smartphone, you can decide that, okay, I want to take care of my children. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to take care of my children. I don't want to leave them as I give birth. I want to take care of them, watch their growth, their education, what they eat and everything, and still work and make money. So now you have a choice. You can actually decide that this is what you want to do. And there are some career people that they love going to work. They can't stay in the house. Good for you. You can go to your workplace and also do a business by the side, your virtual assistant business by the side. It can be maybe a 2-hour job. It can be maybe a 3-hour job. And then they pay you. Depends on your rates. They pay you. And then there are some jobs you can do during weekends. Like if you're a marketer, you can work on everything. Your funnels, your lead magnets, your everything you want to do in the weekend, and then you get into your team during the week. So it depends on whatever you want. So the virtual assistant business is actually versatile. It's rewarding, and then you can actually take on multiple jobs. So you can decide to work with the client A, client B, client C. Depends on your capacity. Whatever you think you can do. What I actually recommend is that you do what you know you can do, because the reason why I highlighted professional, I said self-employed professional. Professionalism has to come in. You don't just take on jobs and then you don't give value. No, that's not it. So that is why we are clamoring that the virtual assistant industry now, we had professionalism to it. Don't just take on jobs and then you don't deliver. It is your responsibility to give value to your client. So if you can actually do 3 jobs at a time, then don't go for it. Just do what you know you can do. So as a student, you can also have your business. I have mentees that are students. If you go to my page, you see reviews. They may be down. Just check them. That students, they are still some are even still in school now. Some started with their smartphone and then they started doing it little by little. Now they have laptops, they have everything. So you don't have an excuse. That's just it. You don't have an excuse. Business is cost effective. So I think you have been able to do justice to that, the skills you can monetize, and then the benefits of monetizing your skills. Before we get to the main, let me just do this preamble. I'll be sending the guide. I'll give you a link. You can get this guide I'm using. I know we are not using slides, just to maximize time to avoid distraction. So everybody will.
Oluwatoyin David.
Yeah. Okay, that's somebody talking. I thought that was Oluju. Okay.
Yeah, apologies. Someone of me said their mic by mistake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the benefits of monetizing your skills, you get to help others. A lot of people need a virtual assistant to make their lives easier. That's just it. a lot of people. I think somebody was asking me recently, she said she wants to concentrate on the beauty industry and celebrities, that which of my courses should she take? And then she said she wants to go for administration and social media course. I said, well, it's good. All celebrities need social media manager. I don't think I've seen any celebrity that doesn't have a social media manager. All celebrities, all beauty people in the beauty industry, they also need social media managers. They can't stay with their phone 247, and they also need admin assistants, people that will help them manage their calendar. We are doing meetings like this, they help set it up, proofreading, appointment setting, all these travel arrangements. So virtual assistants are needed. That is just it. All entrepreneurs, business owners, companies, they need virtual assistants. So you also get to help others. Like I said, what we are doing is to help people. You are helping somebody that can't handle their business 247. They also have to balance their lives. You step in and you help them. So that is number one benefit. Number two benefit is that you get paid for your expertise. You don't just keep your skill. A lot of people have skills here. You're just keeping your skills there. You are sitting on your skill. You are not making use of your skill. You have the skills. God has blessed you with it. It's just like I'm so sorry, let me refer to the talent parable in the Bible. You keep your talent, you don't use it, see what happened to them. Anybody familiar with that? So that is just it. You have to use your skill. God has given you the skill, you have talent, make use of it, and then you make money. Then other thing is you impact lives, especially if you move into monetization, and that is where I am now. Diversification, rather. Another part of the monetization, you get to a point where you get to diversify. Maybe you want to do digital products, you want to coach, you want to create an ebook, you want to create digital products, you want to start earning passive income. Like where I am now, I don't for some time now, I'm not actually working with clients. Like I'm not offering services, I'm just doing my own thing. So that is the other part of. So that means that even if you don't have clients, you can still make your money. You can still make passive income when you diversify. So this business, don't sleep on it. Then you also gain financial freedom. You gain financial freedom, like I said, you get to impact lives. I have a lot of people that have been able to be a blessing to their lives, mentees, people that have been able to teach, help find jobs, those are other things you get to do. So you know that you are able to also impact lives with what you are doing. You are fulfilled. So those are the benefits. Now, let's move to steps to take to monetize your skills. So here I'm going to let you know that you have to be able, the first step is to be able to identify these skills. We have been talking about skills. You have to identify them. How do you know the skill to monetize? So now that you have acquired skills, how do you monetize these skills? I want you to know that having skills and knowing how to sell your skills, building a sustainable business, they are two different things, like I said earlier. That is why you see a lot of skilled people, they are struggling to find jobs. They are struggling to make a living. It is because they can't sell themselves or sell their skills. So these steps will help you. The first step is identifying your digital skills. So to be able to work with anyone around the world as a virtual assistant, you have to be digitally literate. So that is the first thing, like I said. If you can navigate your way around a laptop, you can't use your smartphone to do some things, you have to learn them. So you have to be digitally literate. If you want to monetize your skills and become a high-paying virtual assistant, you have to be digitally literate. You have to be able to use digital platforms. You have to be able to use some apps. You have to be able to use some software. Now, how to identify the right skills to monetize? Like I said, there are hard skills and there are soft skills. I don't know if you are familiar with that. We have hard skills. We also have soft skills. So the hard skills are the one you learn, the one you like all this graphic design, all these social media management, marketing. Those are hard skills. There are also soft skills, the one we pick up maybe while you are growing up, you pick it up, you somebody is doing it, maybe your father knows how to communicate, you just got that from him. Those are soft skills: communication, problem solving, time management, organization. These things just come to you easily. So those are soft skills. Both are very, very important, although we tend to focus more on the hard skills. You see people saying, I want to learn cybersecurity, that is where money is now. I want to learn this one, that's where money is now. After learning it, you don't get jobs. You fail when you go for interviews because you don't have soft skills. People can't communicate. You ask questions, the way they reply, you feel like, is this the person that will work with me? The way they respond, you don't know how to communicate. You can't solve problems. They ask you questions and say, okay, what if I'm not around and you have to do this thing? What will happen? And you say, I will wait till you come back. Okay. That means you can't solve problems. You are not proactive. You can't take initiative. So these are also very, very important. I used to tell my people that hard skills can actually get you, in fact, can even get you a job safe. But when you get there and then they know that you don't have any attitude, you have zero empathy, you don't know how to communicate, they may just let you go. Do you understand? So people skills, that's why they call it people skills. You need to know how to relate to people, how to relate with your team. So you need to go and find, when you identify these skills, I'm still going to get there. You also need to check the soft skills that are needed to actually do well, to be able to get jobs. So hard skills can get you the interview. The soft skills will be the one to actually get you the job and help you retain that job. Even help you retain clients and get you referrals. If you build a good relationship with the client, will the client not be happy to refer you to somebody else? But if you're just saying, okay, I know how to do a good job, you are doing a good job, but your attitude is zero. Some people don't want stress, will let you go, even if you can do a good job, because you are not the only one that can do a good job. That is just it. There are a lot of people that can also do good jobs. So hard skills and soft skills, they are very, very important. So how to identify these skills, like I said. Okay, let me give you this example so that you can understand. You have to make a list of the skills you've developed and identify the core digital skills that are in demand and high paying. Also identify the soft skills like communication and time management that are required to provide a particular service effectively. Another way is to search for the skills required for a specific role. You can search on Google to see if you fit in. If you say, okay, I'm a social media manager, I have social media skills, go to Google, search for, okay, what skills do I need to have as social media manager? Google will tell you. You can even use AI, use ChatGPT. What skills do I need to have? What are the soft skills I need to have? What are the hard skills I need to have, to do well in this job, in this role? Make a list, put it down. So, for example, if you like to become a data entry specialist as a virtual assistant, you can go to Google and search for the job description of a data entry specialist, check the skills and tasks listed. What are the tasks you'll be doing, as a data entry specialist? What are the tasks? Check those tasks. Can you do them? Can you handle these tasks? If you can handle them, then you can actually, start working remotely, monetize that data entry skill as a virtual assistant. So let me give you tips. What I actually say, the most important thing is that you have to consider your strengths and passions and focus on monetizing the skills that align with them. Your strengths, what are the things you can do in your sleep? The things you are, as in, that you are actually good at and then you enjoy doing. Those are your strengths. And then your passion, what do you enjoy doing? What are you always happy doing? Like you are always excited. So consider those things. It's going to help you actually narrow down and then find out that skill you can monetize. So think about what you enjoy doing and what you are great at. Think about what you do in your current job. Reflect on your past education and work experiences. Think about the skills you've gained in your daily life, your personal qualities. These things, they actually work. So these examples that I've given, these tips can actually work for you. Like I said, you are going to get this guide. So don't worry if you are not getting everything I'm saying now. Number 2 thing you need to clear is to be clear about your niche. Now, this is where a lot of virtual assistants are missing it. So you see people come to me, I'm a virtual assistant, I just finished from so, but I don't have a job. I can't get a job. Are you clear on your niche? If you ask them questions, okay, what is your niche? Are you clear? So that is very, very important. A niche is a position where one can function comfortably, especially under specific conditions. That is your niche. What are you comfortable doing? What are you happy doing? Let's say, for example, maybe you have actually identified social media skills. You feel like, okay, you can manage social media for clients. That is the skill you want to monetize. Now, let me give you an example of the niche you can actually focus on. Maybe you like fitness. You are somebody that you must gym daily. You must take your green tea, your diet and everything. If you go out and somebody is talking about, I want to lose weight, you can give them tips immediately. You can tell them, this is what you can do, this is what you can do. Like, you can actually hold the conversation and actually do well. That is a niche. You can decide to work with clients that are in fitness. You will really do well because it's something you love, it's something you enjoy. So there is no how you won't do well managing such page because it's something you already like, it's something you love. So that is one way to identify your niche. Like I said, it all boils down to identifying what your strengths and passions are and make sure that the skills you're going to be focusing on monetizing and the niche you're also going to be focusing on aligns with them. So that is the main thing. So niche also has to do with your client too, not only you. So you find out that, okay, I'm going to focus on social media. You can also say, okay, I only want to work with people in real estate and I only want to work with females. You might say, okay, I want to work with coaches and I only want to work with business coaches. Yeah, a lot of coaches. We have lifestyle, we have this, we have that. You want to, okay, So when you find that, you'll be able to put out content that will attract those people. But if you are just saying you are a virtual assistant, you are putting out content for everyone, you are wasting your time. Or when you focus on people in real estate and you start putting out, because you already know the problem of those people in real estate, you already know their challenges, you put out content that will help them. So if I'm a real estate person, I own an agency, I'm going through Instagram, I see your post, this person is talking to me, this is the problem I have. I will hire this person. That is it. You are talking to me. You are not just talking to the whole wide world. So I hope you get that. It's important to be able to identify your skill and also be able to know your niche. Now, the second step you have to take before thinking about monetization, you have to create your system and processes. This is very broad. I can't go through everything. What I'm just going to tell you is that you need to work on your tools. You need to work on your templates. You want to onboard clients. How do you onboard them? Do you have onboarding templates? What do you say to a client? Do you have packages? Do you have pricing? All these things are important. Your resume. Do you even have a resume? So these are templates you need to have. NDA agreements, VA contracts. These are things you really need to have. You want to work with a client, especially international clients, you need to sign contracts, even those in Nigeria here, to avoid story that touch you. So these things are very, very important. Your process, and the most important is your portfolio. Even if you don't have a resume yet, have a portfolio. Because with your portfolio, you can even get family and friends. You can even work with them. Okay, let me give you an example of a 9-to-5 now. Maybe you're an executive assistant working as a 9-to-5, doing a 9-to-5 job. And then you want to also have a business by the side as a virtual assistant. You want to work remotely. You already have work samples now, what you have done in your workplace, appointment settings, calendar management, all these things, travel arrangements and the likes, minutes taken. You already have all these things. Just put them together in a portfolio, do screenshots, do videos of them, put them together somewhere. You can use Google Drive. And then you know of somebody, maybe a former boss that you feel you want to work with, you can actually take some tax off that boss. And then you send your portfolio to that boss on WhatsApp. Excuse me, sir, I can help you. Can help you with your travel arrangement too. I can help you with your appointment settings. You put it together. You already know the problem, like the challenges of that boss. You know what he likes doing. You know what he wants you to do. Like I said, you have to do your research. It's part of your getting clarity of that your niche. You have to know what that client actually needs. So when you hit the nail on the head, you tell them that, this is your problem and this is how I can help you. Check what I've done, sir. You send your portfolio, person checks, okay, can you help me with this? Yes, I can do it, sir. Okay, let's do 2 hours every day. How much are you going to? Okay, I can start with maybe $20 per hour, or tell the person your rate, whatever you want to do, and then you put it together in a contract, and then you start work. So even without a resume, people you already know, people, your family and friends, that is the people I always advise that you start with. These people already trust you. But some people will go and be starting with Upwork and Fiverr. People that they don't know you from Adam. I'm not saying people don't get jobs. They get jobs. I have gotten jobs there. I have colleagues that are doing well there. I'm just saying that we are not the same. Mr. A may get, Mr. B may not get. So you have to start with people that already trust you. You don't need to do much wahala. They don't even need to see your resume. They just need to see that, okay, you can do the job. When you start with them and then you do for 2-3 people like that, you already have the experience and you have more samples in your portfolio. Then you can now put together your resume and then start applying to remote first companies. Then you can really now get a job and you can relax. So very, very important. Template tools. You have to also put these things together. You can volunteer. If you are not getting jobs, start with volunteering. Look for all these United Nations, NGO, all these people that maybe you are a 9-to-5 already, that you know that they need your services. Volunteer to them now. Volunteer. I can do this thing. Maybe they are working on a campaign. Work on the campaign. Build your portfolio. And then if you do well, you can actually give them a proposal. Please bring me on board. Even if you are not going to pay me for like maybe first month or second month, you know what you are doing. You are learning on the job. You are gaining hands-on experience. And before you know it, you do a good job, they bring you in. And then you already have the work experience and the portfolio, the job samples that you can use to apply for jobs elsewhere. So these things are important. No excuse, like I said. So now let's move to, I hope I'm not, please let me know the time. So how to monetize? I hope you can still hear me. I've been talking and talking.
I've been writing, my notes is full.
Okay, that's good. Now, so the cocoa gongon now, how do I monetize? Now, I've been able to identify my skills. I've been able to put together my templates, my portfolio, my this and that. I've been able to be clear on my niche. Now, how do I monetize? There are 2 ways. The first one is freelancing. The second one is building a virtual assistant business. So go for whichever one, but you know the one I would tell you to go. So to go for, you know the one that we actually tell you to go for, and that is option B, building a virtual assistant business. Why? Because it's actually long-lasting, sustainable. That is what I'm doing now. You don't get a client, you are okay. You don't have any anxiety, you know. So freelancing is when you use your skills, education, and experience to work with multiple clients and take on various jobs without committing to one employer. You can decide to take on multiple jobs. So when you talk about Upwork, Fiverr, all these freelance platforms, that is freelancing. So you can do your 9 to 5, you can do whatever job you want to do, and then take on jobs as a freelancer. So then one important platform is the Upwork, like I said. So let me do the pros for you. Pros of freelancing: you are free to do whatever work you want to do. You have your privacy. You make money. You can work multiple jobs. The cons: it may take a lot of time to get jobs, and jobs can be inconsistent. You get this job, maybe it's a project, and then you work on it for a month, and then you go back to the rat race of searching for another job. That is freelancing. So it may take a lot of time to get jobs, and jobs may be inconsistent. You can lose your job at any time. A client can terminate your contract. You can't hold them for it. If you fail to meet deadline, you may not be paid. If you fail to meet the deadline, they may not pay you. So even if you have done 90% of the job, that's just it. And then you can also be scammed. A lot of people are being scammed, looking for jobs, freelancing and the like. So those are the cons. So there are a lot of freelance sites, just remote.co, and job bots where you can find remote jobs. Remote.co, flex jobs remotely, we work remotely, remotive, working nomads, a lot. I listed some out in the guide. You are going to get it. And there are also general job websites that a lot of us already know, like the Glassdoor, Indeed, Authentic Jobs, Contract, Spot, Himalayas. And then our LinkedIn now. Our LinkedIn is also there. So those are actually job boards where you can get jobs. I also listed some for Africans. They actually focus on Africans because, you might actually not, people are actually complaining of when the client hears that they are Nigerian, they just ghost them. So, so there are also African websites where you can actually go to get jobs. Now, what actually, I also added links for remote first companies. What I tell my people is to focus on remote first companies. Remote first companies are companies that they only hire remote workers. So if you are focusing on companies that maybe they only hire remote workers once in a year, and then you are sending applications, you are just be wasting your time. Why not go for companies that they only hire remote workers? They work remotely. Maybe they just have maybe 2 offices, so they work with people all over the world. So these are research you also have to do. So there is a blog post here. I've already added the link. You can go check. They listed these companies, so you can check these companies out, research. You'll be able to know if they cater for people in Nigeria, if they hire people in Nigeria, So the link is here. Now let's move to building your business, which is my best option. And that is what I'm doing. That is what I teach my students. It has worked for me. It's working for my mentees. So with a business, you get to showcase your expertise so that you can be seen as an industry expert, gain relevant global connections, and attract premium opportunities like top roles in organizations, speaking engagements, global consulting opportunities, media features, and the likes. And that is what I'm doing now. I'm a business owner. I'm speaking to you as a coach because I own my business, So when you have your business, a client can't treat you anyhow. You already have your contract. You'll be able to tell the client, okay, this is how I want to do it. You are a business owner. You too, you give yourself grace. Don't be saying, you get. So you don't that somebody will just be treating you anyhow. So, and you realize that a lot of freelancers now are building brands. It is important. That is what is working now. You have to build your own personal brand. So people that like hiding, please come out of your hiding place and start building your brand. You will notice that even all these kit makers, those that are not on YouTube, they are now on YouTube now. People are now monetizing YouTube now. So you are not even anywhere. You are not anywhere. So, it is long lasting. Like I told you before about freelancing, you may not get jobs, it might be inconsistent, but this one, when you build your business, it is long-lasting, it is sustainable, unless it is not something you want to do for a long time. You just want to be doing it by the side that if job comes, if job does not come, you're okay. But if it's something you really want to do and you want to be fulfilled, you want to drive at, building a business works. So benefits, building a VA business help demonstrate excellence and showcases your expertise, to attract global opportunities. Building a VA business helps you build valuable relationships, influence, and relevance. People already know what you do. They know you, and they call you up and then, okay, help me do this. They already know that, okay, this is the niche you are focusing on. Will it be easy for you to hire somebody you know, somebody you see their content every day, you see their face every day, and somebody you don't know? Which one will you go for easily? Just answer the question. That is just it. So building a virtual assistant business helps you build a long-lasting business through diversification. So that is also the best part. Like I said, that is where I am now. If you go to my page, you'll be able to know that I've talked about 9 ways to diversify your VA business. Now, this building a business is just you building a brand, building yourself up as a virtual assistant, selling yourself and selling your skills. So you can decide to use any social media platform. If you are good on LinkedIn, if you are good on Instagram, you want to use YouTube, whichever, go for it. Start posting content. Okay, you're focusing on real estate clients. Start posting content that works with these people. Start posting about your portfolio. You have testimonials from clients. Start posting about it. You get clients. And then if you want to do it better, run ads. You can even get people, international clients. People say they don't get me. I get international clients all online. So if you do it well. So it's also part of monetization. You have to learn content creation. You have to learn how to build a brand. So these are the things you also have to. You also have to learn marketing. There is no how you build a business without knowing how to market. So you have to actually take on these skills. So let me just go through the diversification aspect fast. And I always diversify. Number one, upskill and specialize. You can upskill and specialize. You learn more painted skills and then specialize. You don't I said I started with graphic design, but I went ahead and learned other things too. I didn't just say, okay, graphic design. So you can go ahead and upskill, because your pay actually works with what you can do. I can't pay somebody who's just proofreading for me the same thing I'm going to pay. Or somebody who is working with my marketing, somebody who is helping with my sales funnel and everything. So your skills, will actually lead to what you are going to collect. That is just it. Number 2 is building a personal brand. Build credibility and trust by delivering valuable and relevant content. Start an agency. That's another way to diversify. You already have skills, you have everything. You can start an agency, put together a team of virtual assistants that specialize in different services, and then get clients, tell them to do the job, get paid, give them their own, you take your own. That is just it. Start an agency. Consult and train. Provide consulting services, businesses on improving their efficiency, whatever you want to do. That's another way. Monetize your content. You can start on YouTube and start getting paid. That is you monetizing your content. Start teaching something. Start talking about something. That is another way to make money as a virtual assistant, to monetize your skills. Partner and collaborate. If you have skill A and you feel like, okay, to do something, you need somebody that has skill B, go and partner with skill B now. Very simple. Partner with skill B and you people will you can say, okay, 60-40. Take 40, me, I take 60. That is it. So, where we are now, the economy and everything, don't just sit down. Think of ideas and ways to actually make money. So these are ways to make money. I've told you that the VA business is versatile. There are a lot of ways to make money. Build and monetize a community. Build a community and monetize your community. It's part of what we do. Build a community, sell something to them, monetize the community. become an affiliate. You can help other people sell their courses. You can help them sell their products. That is another way. Create and sell digital products, which I do. I have courses. I sell programs. That is another way to actually monetize your skill as a virtual assistant. So just to wrap it up, tips on how to build your business online. Like I said, you clarify your niche too. If you want to build your business online, you also have to create effective systems and processes, like I said. You also have to leverage social media to build your personal brand. And then implement marketing strategies, very, very important. That is why you see a lot of people, it's not like they don't have content on their page. They have content they are posting, but nothing is coming because you are not marketing the content. So, like I said, it's not all about just posting. It's not all about just having skills. There are things you have to do. And that is why we say that you have to learn how to sell your skills and sell yourself. So if you don't know these things, you learn them. You learn them. And then Rome wasn't built in a day. If you are somebody who wants to, virtual assistant business is not the get rich immediately. Like you see some people are making $10,000. I'm sorry for you. They put it online, just be seeing them. How I make $10,000 every day. How I do this. I'm not saying they are not making it. Yes, people are making it. They are making it. I'm making it. But you can't make it just like that. You have to put in the work. There are processes, there are steps to take. You have to be consistent. You have to have a growth mindset. If things are not working, you have to be patient. You have to keep doing it. You have to keep finding ways, testing the waters to know what works for you. So not that, okay, immediately. Yeah, some do it immediately, but not everyone. So I'm not going to sell that to you that when immediately you start, I'm not going to sell that. That is why I said you have to have a growth mindset. Believe you can do it and you do it. Put in the work, do what you're supposed to do, and you get there. And you also need all the support you can get. If you find a community, like I said, we have a community. Join communities. If you want to work with a coach, work with coaches. Make sure you find support. There are some things you don't know that other people know. There are some things that you are doing wrong that somebody will just need to look at, and say, okay, you are not supposed to be doing this now. You are good at this. This is what you are supposed to do. And you start doing it and then you start making money. So that is just it. That is the work of a coach and a mentor. So you need the support, all the support you can get. So I think I'm done. I think my time is up already. So thank you so much, Oluchuko. I think you can take questions now.
Thank you so much for this very insightful session. Like my notepad is filled up. I'm just glad that you said you're going to be sending the guide. And
Yeah.
as like most of everything you said. So please, can we all appreciate our coach and our tutor for today? We can take just one question. So the very first question that pops in, just one question, because we maxed our 1 hour time. Our session for today is just supposed to be for an hour. So let's just do one question, and do not worry, as long as you're in this session, you're going to be getting the link to the guide. You're going to receive it via email. So as long as you, you register for the session, even for those that did not get, we will send it to everybody. Don't worry. So we have just one question. And yeah, thank you all so much for thanking Coach Mo. Thank you, Coach Mo. I really did learn a lot, and I loved what I loved the most was the diversification part, because even when I talk about investing, I talk about diversification, and you can see that even when you need to make money, you also need to diversify. Don't just only stick to one thing. You can try out different things and see what works for you the most. And yes, you mentioned at the beginning, let me just answer, when I said cousins. So the idea behind our community members calling each other cousin. In fact, someone saw me yesterday at a physical event and she just came to my ear and said cousin. As I turned, I was like, this person is a community member, because the idea is, you know how you don't know these people, but then you just from nowhere find somebody that will say your father's brother, sister, grandma, something, and you're able to warm up to the person because the person is related to you, person is your cousin. So that's the idea behind the name. It's not that, oh, it is very there's anything serious. It's just a way to warm up. And a name that will make you think about the person on a lighter mood than the person just being a stranger. So yes, I've not seen any question yet. So is it safe to say we would wait for the guide in our DM? And I also mentioned that we can follow Coach Toyin on Instagram. There's more virtuals and there's the virtual tribe. You can also send her a DM if you have questions, if you'd love to be a VA, but you can see that using your skills that you already have, finding your strong point, fine-tuning it, and positioning yourself, either choosing a niche or choosing an industry, choosing people you want to work with is one of the best ways for you to make money. And you're either giving them the direct service, you're either running your own agency, building your own business. These are ways for you to ensure that you're making money. So you don't exactly have to do anything out of the ordinary, right, to eventually make money. So I'm not seeing any question here. I think I've been talking for like 2 minutes now. So it's safe to say did you get value from this session? Was this 1 hour worth your time? I'd love to know. Did you get value from this session? Was this 1 hour worth your time? I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you before leaving, before we call it an evening. Yes, it was very insightful. Yes, it was worth it. So thank you so much, Coach Tony. You can see this is why we are here, right? I'm super glad to everyone that joined. I'm very grateful to everyone who joined. And then if you're not a community member, the link to join the community would also be sent to you. Please tell Coach Tony thank you if you found this session valuable. It was worth it for me because I'm aspiring to be a VA. So this is very helpful. Thank you so much, Ma. It was worth it. Thank you so much, Coach Doing. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, it was. It was definitely worth my time. So in fact, insightful. I'm so grateful to everyone who joined and stayed till this time. I feel like the 1 hour was not enough. Thanks for being genuine. Like, this is the first time 1 hour just went by. Like, I didn't even understand how it's already 1 hour. Like it was so fast because I kept on trying to jot. I kept on trying to, oh my God, thank you so much. Like it was really, really worth the time. And yes, expect me in your email from now to tomorrow in less than 24 hours. You're going to be getting a link to the guide, the link to join the community, and the link to also follow Coach Toyin. So this is her name, the virtual tribe, and then more virtuals. So if you have questions, if you're ready for her to hold your hand, you can reach out to her as well, because this is definitely one income stream that everybody, even as a 9-to-5er, a student, you should be looking out for, because it is one of the things that have the lowest barrier to entry. You don't exactly need a lot of money to join, to get started, right? Oh, yeah. So thank you all. This is where I say have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good evening, everyone. I don't know, Coach Chen, do you want to say anything else? I'd love to hear from you before I go and shout good evening.
I appreciate you for having me here, and also thank you to everyone. I'll share the link with her, like she said, and you will all get the guide. You can also send me a message on Instagram or virtuals or the virtual tribe if you have any questions. And I would also love that you also join our community for support. It's free. Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So yes, you can also join her community. I didn't add that. So my own name is very simple. Your personal finance girl everywhere on Instagram. It is the same name, the same. Oh, I just changed my profile picture today. It's the same name, the same face, the same everything. You can find me. I'm very easy to access, but not to worry. Yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you for staying to the end. We had a full house. We had over 70 people at a stretch. So yes, this was very fantastic. Bye.
Bye.